You should tell us Anurag Yadav.
That's it.
Yes, but Anurag,
There are 4 people. There are 4 statements. If I can, let's kind of take.
Anurag Yadav का statement क्या है?
Anurag Yadav. Then the next is Nitish Kumar.
One second.
Nitish Kumar, son of late Siaram Prasad.
One second. Just help us, which is that page in the compilation of Nitish Kumar's statement? Because they don't have the case diagram.
Yes, I'll just. If I can give the other name in the meantime, Amit Anand and Sikandar Prasad.
One second. Amit Anand.
And Sikandar Prasad.
And Sikandar Prasad.
Yes, sir. These 161 statement indicate that the leak is much prior to the examination.
1 second, we are just going through those statements.
Please. Is at page 92.
Page 88.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Anurag Yadav 131.
उसका statement I'm sorry.
page 134.
One is that who is this? Is Anurag Yadav, is it?
Yes. And Amit Anand is 132.
132.
Yes. 131 is my mistake. Anurag Yadav we are finding out. 132 is Amit Anand. And relevant, the lordships may go through the entire.
Mr. Solicitor is Abhyut Sikandar Prasad.
Yes, but that's my mistake, my lord. I'm just trying to find out.
Is,
Next is, my lord, 132 is Amit Anand. I'm finding out, my lord, the
132.
at 133 bottom, possibly your lordships will get the relevant part of Amit Anand. context. Page 132 is Amit Anand.
Yes.
Amit Anand, my lord, is a middleman. Just to give the context so that your lordships can read the paper, read the statement in the context. But please see 133 at the bottom, some 10th line. उसे आप परीक्षा में पास करा दीजिए, your lordship gets one.
Yes.
He was collecting the students on the night of 4th so that he gets the papers on 5th, which is coming in Nitish Kumar's statement. Nitish Kumar was at the place where he received the paper in the morning and students were asked to memorize. 134 is Nitish.
Just see page 88.
It
This
is
is Amit Anand's first statement.
88 ones?
88.
Yes.
And then see page 89, about the last 10-15 lines, his speech. Got that? His speech. 89. About say 12 lines on the bottom.
Yes.
इसी बीच last 3 words in that sentence on that line, इसी बीच नीट का परीक्षा आ गया था, सिकंदर स्वयंसो बताया कि चारों लड़कों को बुलाया.
Possibly this is the FIR, not the statement.
Right. तो मैंने बताया
संक्षिप्त वर्तमान अपराध की विस्तृत
statement. This is Amit Anand's statement.
अमित आनंद, yes.
तो मैंने बताया कि 4-5 के रात्रि में बुलाई है, जहाँ पर सिकंदर के द्वारा सभी चारों लड़कों को नीट परीक्षा का प्रश्न पत्र लीक करवाकर सभी बच्चों को उत्तर के साथ पढ़वाया एवं रटवाया जा रहा है.
रात्रि में बुलाइए, रात्रि में बुलाइए, सिर्फ कॉल देम. इसी बीच नीट का परीक्षा आ गया था. सिकंदर यादवेंद्र द्वारा बताया गया कि चारों लड़का को कल बुलाए, तो मैंने बताया कि 4-5-24 की रात्रि में बुलाइए, जहां पर सिकंदर यादवेंद्र के द्वारा सभी चारों लड़कों को नीट परीक्षा का प्रश्न पत्र लीक करवाकर सभी बच्चों को उत्तर के साथ पढ़वाया एवं रटवाया जा रहा था.
This indicates that the students were being asked to memorize on the night of the 4th, which means that the leak had occurred prior to the 4th.
Would your lordship?
And now just see page 92. Just see page 92.
Yes.
This is the statement of Nitish Kumar.
The Nitish Kumar statement, my lord, at page 134 में kindly be seen.
So we just see page 92. This is the first statement.
Yes.
बीच में
yes.
बातचीत के क्रम में
समवेयर बातचीत. यस. सोरेन को बताया गया कि मेरे पास भी लड़का है जिसे आप परीक्षा में पास करा दीजिए, नीट की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, उसके बदले में तथा अमित आनंद बताया कि 30 रुपया लगेगा. सिकंदर तैयार हो गया, बताया कि 4 लड़का हम आप देंगे. नीट परीक्षा से एक दिन पूर्व के संध्या में मैं चिंटू एवं पिंटू मतलब 2 एक्यूज तथा आशुतोष मिलकर लर्नेड प्ले स्कूल में नीट की परीक्षा के लिए आए अभ्यर्थियों को नीट का प्रश्न उत्तर सहित रटवाने लगा. प्रश्न पत्र चिंटू के मोबाइल नंबर 100 पर आया था, जिसे अभ्यर्थियों को उत्तर सहित रटवाया दिया गया था तथा परीक्षा समाप्ति के बाद काम हो जाने पर मैं 100 के लीक प्रश्न पत्र को के छत पर पानी टंकी के बगल में साक्ष्य मिटाने हेतु आग लगा दिया. इस परीक्षा में मेरे पास कुल 13 अभ्यर्थी थे, जिसे मैंने नीट का प्रश्न पत्र उत्तर सहित रटवाया था. नाउ प्लीज सी माय लॉर्ड 132 134 नीतीश कुमार.
अब यहाँ पे दोस्तों जैसा कि आप सभी लोग अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हो कि जो प्रूफ्स हैं वो दिए जा रहे हैं पेपर लीक के केस में। जिन लोगों ने भी अभी तक स्ट्रीम को शेयर नहीं किया प्लीज़ एक बार स्ट्रीम को शेयर कर दीजिए, क्योंकि आज हो सकता है कि आप लोग का फाइनल डिसीजन यहाँ पे आ जाए नीट पेपर लीक केस के मामले में। अभी यहाँ पे पेपर लीक की जो डिटेल्स है वो शेयर की जा रही है कि कहाँ कहाँ पे कैसे क्या क्या चीज़ें हुई थी। उसके बाद यहाँ पे देखते हैं कि क्या आगे फैसला आता है। तो जिन लोगों ने भी स्ट्रीम को शेयर नहीं किया प्लीज़ एक बार स्ट्रीम को शेयर कर दीजिए, और चैट बॉक्स में सभी लोग एक बार चैट में बता दीजिए कि क्या रीनीट होना चाहिए या फिर नहीं होना चाहिए। दोस्तों आप लोग क्या लगता है कि आज यहाँ पे सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो डिसीजन है वो फाइनल डिसीजन आ सकता है या फिर नेक्स्ट हियरिंग की डेट दी जाएगी? अभी यहाँ पे हियरिंग चल रही है और थोड़ा सा वेट करने के लिए यहाँ पे सारे प्रूफ जो हैं वो दिए जा रहे हैं। उसके बाद चीफ जस्टिस जो है वो अपना डिसीजन सुनाने वाले हैं कैसे क्या करना है आगे, क्योंकि नीट पेपर लीक का जो आप लोगों को पता होगा कि दोबारा से जो रिजल्ट है वो रिलीज़ किया गया, उसमें भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स देखने को मिली। कई जगहों पे 700 प्लस नंबर काफ़ी ज़्यादा बच्चों के देखने को मिले। हो सकता है कि आज वो भी प्रूफ्स यहाँ पे सुप्रीम कोर्ट में पेश किए जाएंगे। जिन लोगों ने भी अभी तक स्ट्रीम को शेयर नहीं किया प्लीज़ एक बार स्ट्रीम को शेयर कर दीजिए।
Just your lordship, my lord, because your lordship will get the context. Thereafter, my lord, it was transferred to EOE. Kindly have a look at, my lord, page 132. Amit Anand's statement recorded by EOU. It's more elaborate and a little more in-depth. Your lordship gets, my lord, 132.
At the last word on page 131.
Yes.
दिनांक 4/5 को इनके साला व पत्नी रीना देवी तथा साला स्वयं जिन्होंने गेस्ट हाउस में रुकवा दिया।
Yes. They all gathered at night, my lord. That is true.
पूर्व निर्धारित योजना अनुसार दिनांक 4/5 को रात्रि में उक्त चारों अभ्यर्थियों को सगुना मोड़ फुटबॉल रोड में अमित आनंद एवं नीतीश कुमार को नीट 2024 परीक्षा में आने वाले प्रश्नोत्तर रटवाने के लिए सौंप दिए थे।
They were handed over. You get them memorized.
Investigation is botched up by the stand being taken by government of India, my lord. The matter is under investigation. The kind of stand being
Kindly
taken.
allow, don't take it government of India. I am answerable to these students. I am answerable to other students. And more I am answerable to the court. Well, let us not do it like this.
Yet it's analyzing these cases.
Yes, my lord, all of them were gathered.
Amit Anand seems to be suggesting that the leaked question papers were given to the students for memorization on the night of the 4th.
No, my lord. What happens is, what actually happened during the CBI investigation is, all students were gathered and put at a particular place so as to enable them to memorize as and when the paper is available, which comes, my lord, from the statement of Amit Anand. Lord, please read statement of Amit Anand. Your lordships are on page 132. Lord, I am just reading the bare facts. I am not, Lord, taking any stand. Page 132, Amit Anand, my lords. And thereafter, Nitish Kumar. And they are giving statements when they were not obviously aware that this would be scrutinized by the court. So this is a first-hand account. So assistance may be incomplete. That's all I'm saying. Kindly report. Sorry, second report. Para 98. But before that, would your lordships accept my request of reading two more statements from EOU? In this context, please read the report. It would be not incomplete picture in your lordship's mind.
Just keep that page between
132. Lord, para 97 onwards, in the second report, your lordships would find assistance for this particular part.
Solicitor, we just look at now those two statements you were saying, telling us to look at.
132, Manoj.
132.
Yes, my lord, in the Bihar police statement, the statement recorded by EOU, initially it was local police, transferred to economic offences wing. There, my lord, it is a little more detailed. Page 132 at the foot.
That is Anita.
Amit Anand, yes, my lord, his statement. Kindly come to the next page, 133. I am, my lord, skipping what is not relevant either way for the present purpose, my lord. Kindly see from the 10th line, somewhere 10th line from the bottom. इस पर सिकंदर प्रसाद यादवेंद्र बोले, your lordship gets some कि उनके पास भी 4-5 लड़का है जो परीक्षा देने वाले हैं, उसे आप परीक्षा में पास करा दीजिए, इसके बदले में स्वयं वे बताए कि 4 लड़का हम आपको देंगे। ये नो काइंडली सी दिस, मतलब ये दिनांक 4/5/24 को रात्रि में सिकंदर प्रसाद यादवेंदु से उन 4 अभ्यर्थियों का स्वयं से प्राप्त किए तथा अपने कार से चारों को लेकर नीतीश कुमार के पास न्यू बाईपास चले गए। प्लीज मार्क दिस। नीतीश कुमार अपने एवं उनके अन्य अभ्यर्थियों को लेकर लर्नेड बॉयज स्कूल एवं सो में लेकर चला गया, जहां पर सभी विद्यार्थियों को अगले दिन करीब 10 बजे नीट का प्रश्न उत्तर सहित रटवा दिया गया। 10 बजे। नाउ प्लीज सी, ये भी अपने परीक्षार्थी एवं अन्य परीक्षार्थी तथा सिकंदर प्रसाद के साथ परीक्षा केंद्रों पर घूम कर सभी को सेंटर पर पहुंचा दिए और अपने फ्लैट पर पहुंच गए और खाना खाए एटसेट्रा। काइंडली सी द नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट ऑफ नीतीश कुमार. Nitish Kumar is the person who not only brings students, he was at that school, Learn Boys School. But your lordships can come to page 134, 7 lines from the bottom. उसके बाद दिनांक 4/5 your lordship gets. Page 134. I can read the whole, but it may not assist either way. For this particular purpose of date, but does your lordship get the date? उसके बाद दिनांक 4/5 को रात्रि में अमित आनंद द्वारा सेटिंग किए गए 6 लड़के जो अमित ने मुझे नई बाईपास अपने कार से लाकर दे दिए थे, सिकंदर प्रसाद यादवेंद्र के 4 लड़के तथा अमित आनंद के 2 लड़के को लर्न बॉय हॉस्टल एवं लर्न बॉय स्कूल जो रामाकृष्ण नगर में है पर लेकर गया। वहां सभी लड़कों को चिंटू उर्फ बलदेव कुमार पिता सोएंसो गांव सोएंसो एवं सोएंसो को हैंडओवर कर दिए। इनसे इनकी बात सोएंसो के मोबाइल नंबर सोएंसो पर होती रही। यह हॉस्टल एवं स्कूल आशुतोष कुमार द्वारा किराए पर लिया हुआ है। आशुतोष कुमार इज द ओनर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रीमाइसेस वेयर दिस हैपेंड, जिसने इनका संपर्क सोएंसो के माध्यम से इसी काम से लिए हुआ था। नाउ रीड दिस, जिसे चिंटू और सोएंसो ने एक दिन के लिए सेट किया था और आशुतोष कुमार से मोटे रकम में हिस्सेदारी की बात की थी। दिनांक 5/5 को चिंटू के मोबाइल के व्हाट्सएप पर
statements 88 and 132 are at variance.
at variance.
88, he says that the leak had taken place on the night of the 4th, when the question paper was given to these candidates for memorization. 132, he says that it was received on the mobile of Chintu in the morning on the 5th, and then was given for to the students से रट्टा लगाने के लिए दिया था. So Amit Anand's two statements are a little at variance.
Amit Anand's first
and
statement.
Nitish is also at variance, but Nitish's first statement is also 4th night. Right?
But not
all
yes,
first statements seem to indicate that the leak takes place on the night of the 4th.
but I must tell you, Lordship, on the
Question: how was this confined to Learned Boys High School? Was it confined to Hazaribagh?
I'll answer that, my lord, when my turn comes.
That's what
But my lord, kindly appreciate this.
Sir, because the line which we are following of inquiry is, if the leak has taken place on the night of the 4th, then obviously the leak has not taken, it wouldn't take place from the strong room of SBI or Canara Bank. Nobody can access the strong room. Then obviously the leak took place not in the process of the papers being transferred to the examination center, but it takes place at a prior point of time, prior to the storage in the vault.
Which we have examined and found to be every thing to be intact. I'll be able to show. But please see my lord, statement of Chintu at page 230.
Two of the problem solvers are at least 7. All problem solvers are students. None of them is a professor. Nobody is of that level of an expert. They're all students.
I was told that for this work, professors, the students are better qualified because they've recently prepared everything. They have the computer with them. They have books with them.
They are from AIMS Patna. One is from Ranchi, and 2 are brought from Rajasthan.
Yes. Now, what is done is
brought from Rajasthan.
That is not under investigation, my lord, because maybe there is some personal linkage or something. But what they did was they bifurcated the papers, so each got 25 to 30 questions each, and they had 1 hour. 25 to 30 questions with a reasonable knowledge and with help of computer and books you can always solve.
Now, what we do is,
and we have also, my lord, kindly bear one factor in mind. We have done an exercise after the last hearing as to what is the success rate in this particular center, this particular city, and overall state, and we compared it with 22 and 23. There is no abnormality. Even in this, which I'll be able to show. And my lord, kindly 236, my lord, page.
You can now show us the
Page 236, the last page.
Then we have completed.
Lord, 236.
This is Chintu's.
Yes, Chintu Baldev Kumar, my lord, at the last lord, para. Dinank 5/5.
Is there an earlier statement of Chintu also?
Chintu. No, he was arrested only on that day by the UI. He was not arrested by Lord local police. So there is only one statement. You must be having our statement. We have our statement recorded after
Come to page 229.
229.
This is also a statement of Chintu.
The same statement.
Is it in continuation? This
But it's the same statement. I don't know why they have repeated. But
ends at 232.
yes, my lord. And if your lordship sees, my lord, page 231.
Read the second paragraph.
231.
Yes.
Yes. My lord, the same is I was showing at 236. So it appears to be a repetition. But I'll read, my lord, from 231, my lord, as your lordship shall see. दिनांक 5/5/24 को 9 बजे प्रातः तक करीब 24-25 नीट यूजी 2000 परीक्षा देने वाले अभ्यर्थी वहां पर जमा हो गए थे। मैं पीने वाला पानी का बोतल भी वहां गाड़ी से पहुंचाया था। दिन के करीब 10 बजे रॉकी ने मेरे पास मौजूद नए मोबाइल पर सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र भेजा। मामा संजीव एवं रॉकी के गिरोह के एक लड़के ने मुझे वाईफाई प्रिंटर दिया था, जिसे नीतीश कुमार द्वारा लर्न प्ले स्कूल छपरा के रूम में सेट किया गया था। सोएंसो द्वारा भी एक वाईफाई प्रिंटर दिया गया था। सबसे पहले सोएंसो का सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र मिला, जिसे हमें लोगों ने मोबाइल को वाईफाई प्रिंटर से कनेक्ट कर सॉल्व कर दिया। As and when they started solving the papers, they started giving. It was not given in one go. First was biology. कनेक्ट कर सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र का प्रिंट निकाला और उपस्थित सभी अभ्यर्थी को सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र का प्रिंट रखने के लिए दिया गया। इसके बाद फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री का सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र एक साथ मिला।
You can show us the data which you have now. What do you have to say on the basis of the data?
Yes, all India data or whatever. I have all India data.
I will show.
We get them on the response on the data. So,
Lord, allow me first, Lord, just give their
Only 236, Manoj, just this party wala's, Manoj. 236 which I was reading is the same which your lordships.
so identical.
They're identical, Manoj. I do not know why they're two similar statements.
Please read. Anurag Yadav is the only student. All the other people are members of the gang. Anurag Yadav's first statement.
We've read Anurag. We've read Anurag Yadav.
Yes, sir.
121.
We've got that at table 21.
Lord,
Anurag Yadav says I got it on the night of the 4th.
Yes.
But now, anyway, we still have to see whether it's localized, assuming for a moment.
We'll
That the theory that the paper was distributed, that the solved question papers were made available at about 10:15, and between 9:20 and 10:15, these 7 chaps solved all the questions and gave to the school. Assume that we for a moment we may not entirely accept that. We have to hear the other side. Even so, is the lead systemic or is it only confined to Hazaribagh and Patna? That you have to establish something on the basis of data.
yes, Lord.
Show us now what the data tells you.
Lord, before I come to data,
Up to now, we are only focused on Hazaribagh and Patna, right? Whether the leak takes place on the morning of the 5th, as CBI is telling us, whether it took place on the morning or the night of the 4th, therefore the leak took place before lodging in the vault. How widespread is it? We don't have any other material apart from this that you have shown us to indicate that the leak was so widespread that it had gone all over the country. Now show us the data which will
yes, Lord, allow me, Lord, just 4-5 minutes before I come to the data. Lord, how because between the last date and today, we have got a lot of information that how actually this exam is being conducted by this NTA. Very briefly, because
Assuming, one second, assuming that the examination should be conducted in a much better way.
I'm not on that, Lord.
That
I
we will see what they are doing
Lord,
for the
I will
future.
show why a particular data is as such. Just give me 2-3 minutes, Lord, before that. Lord, NDA, Lord, on the first date, this Honorable Court put it to them. Give us the complete chart that where the printing happened, how much time printing, how much time it reached the center, then where deposited, what time it was taken out, taken to the center, how much time is the examination.
As we see, find out now, printing takes place, the CBI third report tells us where printing takes place.
In two places, different states, and they are never declared or tendered.
We don't want to mention that because obviously that will.
We don't also tender, because otherwise the highest tenderer becomes open. That he is the printer. Whoever is the highest tenderer becomes the printer.
From CBI's third report, we find out the name of one place where the printing press was situated, where it says 28 20th April, it had left that printing.
If your lordships, I'll take your lordship through the journey of the papers from the printing press till the school, and what are the checks and balances on real-time basis. That there is some tampering, it would be noticed. That I'll be able to show.
Very briefly capture that. 24th of April, they say that the dispatch happens to different centers. So far as Hazaribagh is concerned, 28th of April. Everywhere, the question paper was to reach the respective banks on 3rd of May. And 5th of May is the examination. So the question paper remained in private hands for fairly long time. From 24th of April till 3rd of May. I leave it there, Lord. They say that from everywhere, the center in charge will go to the bank in the morning. Lord, I'm showing the mechanism and how brittle and fragile the mechanism is, that the entire mechanism which they have followed.
Wait, just give us the facts.
Yes. Now, in the morning, they say 8:15, the center in charge of the examination will reach the bank to collect the paper. What has actually happened, which is the documents on record, taking example of Dayal School, Bahadurgarh, Jhajjar, Hardayal School, Bahadurgarh, Jhajjar, the principal of the center goes to both the banks, collect papers from both the banks, distributes the paper taken from Canara Bank. Paper even taken from Canara Bank is allowed to be attempted for all 3 hours and 20 minutes. And then they say that the over and above, because on 4th of April, they did not declare any other key except the key for SBI bank question paper. When it appeared that from this Hardayal School, Jhajjar, there are 6 candidates who get number 1, 100% marks, 720 out of 720. 2 candidates get 719 and 718. So it came out that how come from this center 8 people comes within first 69 and this number is not possible. NTA came out with a theory that no, we have given a grace marks because there is a delay. I have seen the video of the principal of this Hardayal school, which says, and it is openable even now, which says that there was no delay in this center. In fact, we distributed Canara Bank paper when it was already half an hour.
The correct set was to be the SBI paper.
Correct. That's right. That's right.
Everywhere.
And they declared entire country.
It's not everywhere.
Entire country, blood.
Entire country was SBA. Yes, your lordship, sir.
Of course, different configurations, as Mr. Mishra said, because the questions will be jumbled up.
Even in the one classroom.
Yeah, obviously.
In one classroom also,
Speaking each other can't know which is the order.
which is the order. But one of the things which is going on in the social media is that 2 numbers sitting with each other, both got 600 marks. How is it possible? But both would have, the system is that both sitting in front and back and both sitting on the sides, they have different numbers.
Not the same order of
They don't have. My question number 1 would be his question number 18. So we can't even do that. Orthodox way of cheating also is not possible.
Place the hard factor, how they have done it. So Hardayal school, admittedly, they distributed Canara Bank. the Canara Bank question paper was attempted by all the about 500 people in the
For how long?
for till 5:20 is the last time. There's no delay. The principal is on record of the school and they say,
So it's not that in the middle of the exam they substitute
no,
the SBI.
no, that happened Savai Madhopur. I'll come to that. Ardayal school, Canara Bank paper was given. In the first instance, when Canara Bank paper was not to be the paper to be attempted, how come it was even given to them? What is the SOP? How meticulously they followed it, what they say is. And the principal got question paper from both the banks, and both banks gave it.
Mr. Solicitor, just since little bit of query on the procedural, one set is lodged with Can Bank, one is with SBI. Now, the center in charge on the morning of the exam goes to both the banks and takes the
No,
question. Then what
the
happens?
city in charge is informed
Right.
that this is the bank from where you will have to collect the
Let's
papers
see from the day of the exam.
in the morning at 7
So
o'clock.
the city in charge will inform all the centers in charge in the morning that you have to go to this particular
This
branch.
particular center.
Now, how did this chap at Jhajjar go and collect it from Canara Bank when he must have been told that you have to go to the SBI to collect the paper.
You know, that may be a mistake or something, or deliberate. But paper was
Now, Jhajjar, we just wanted some clarity on Jhajjar. So he collects the paper from the Canara Bank.
correct, my lords.
Students write throughout the 3 hours and 20 minutes. They write the Canara Bank sets of questions, right? Now, thereafter, what happens in Jhajjar? Everybody is given grace mark for what happens in Jhajjar.
But what they say is, because they never disclose key for Canara Bank paper.
Once again, let's have clarity. We just ask questions.
Yeah, my lord, my lord.
It's
Just one second. He has his instructions. Let's get the official version first. About Jhajjar,
yes, let's.
what happened exactly in Jhajjar?
Jhajjar was a new center. Your lordships are aware the number of candidates have increased. As a result whereof, we have to increase the number of centers also and city coordinators also. This place was added for the first time in 2024 as an examination center. Perhaps the city coordinator must not have seen the message that you have to pick it up from this place. As a result whereof, this happened to be picked up from both the places.
But are the banks not informed that, look, don't release the Can Bank paper to anybody, release only the State Bank of India paper?
Let's
Because the vault in charge has to be informed कि आपको paper surrender करना है आज, आपको distribute करना है.
authorization is given, let's.
Because the NTA would inform the city in charge.
Yes.
City in charge will relay the message to the center in charge.
Yes.
But will a message not go to the bank also that all right, कैन बैंक का आपको अपने लॉकर में ही रखना है, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया का जो पेपर है वो आपको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है.
It goes to the bank. We also commit. It goes to
Definitely go to the bank also. So how did this bloke at Jhajjar, the center in charge, How did he go to Canara Bank and retrieve the Canara Bank paper?
That is a mistake on their part, minutes.
It was Canara Bank's mistake.
Not both minutes at both places. City coordinator
So
and
anyway, so the judge in charge gets the center in charge gets the Canara Bank paper.
yes, minutes.
That is distributed to the candidates, and the candidates write the entire exam for 3 hours 20 minutes on the Can Bank paper.
Lordship. And this is at 8 centers. The number of such candidates who got Canara Bank paper is 3,307. And their minutes sequence is MNOP. And we have used the
So at Judger, how many the 8 centers?
8 centers.
And everywhere they
All over India, minutes.
All over India, not
All over India, it has happened at 8 centers.
all over India.
All over India. Some places, minutes like Chhattisgarh, your lordships came to know.
With the wrong question paper.
Yes, minutes. Not confined to
question
Judger.
papers are of the same difficulty level. It's not as if one is simpler and another.
At 8 centers, the wrong booklet was distributed.
Yes, minutes.
Which was the Can Bank booklet.
Yes, minutes. Only two booklets are available. Minutes there is bigger.
Then what happened in Judger? Then the students wrote the whole of the paper for
Yes.
3 hours 20 minutes of
Yes,
Judger.
because of the situation, minutes that it could not be discovered by them that we have distributed a wrong paper. How it came to the knowledge much later. As a result whereof it was considered
Then
more
what happened?
appropriate.
Then what happened?
It was considered more appropriate to allow them to attempt this question paper only. First they gave
What
grace
was
mark.
it? They didn't understand what happened. So the students are allowed, they appeared for the entire examination in the
Yes, on the basis of Canara Bank question paper.
then
And the minutes difficulty level of this question, both the papers minutes, because anyone can be distributed, are modulated by the experts to be of the same level.
now, where was the occasion to give totally how many students at these 8 centers?
8 centers, total number of students is 3,307.
Now, initially NTA takes a decision to award grace marks to those.
No minutes, only after it came to be realized that some places the loss of time was there. Only then the decision was taken.
Loss of time means what?
After realizing when the complaints are there, students approach the honorable courts also saying that because of wrong distribution of paper, we could not avail the exact number of exact time which is available to the others.
Why? Because students had appeared for the full 3 hours 20 minutes. It is not. It is not as if that the correct paper was circulated midway through the exam. Suppose sometimes what happens is that the incorrect paper is given. Instead of algebra, you give the English paper. By the time the algebra paper comes, half an hour has gone by. Students were never given the SBI paper at these 8 centers. They were given only the Can Bank paper.
At Judger, this happened. At some places, this was withdrawn and correct paper was also given. There are centers where this happened, like in Chhattisgarh.
Now, how many centers was
Just
the
verify,
at how many centers was the incorrect question paper withdrawn?
I am appearing for NT also. I am appearing for both.
At how many centers was the incorrect question paper withdrawn?
That's all. In some centers, even after realizing that instead of Canara, SBI is given, or
They continue to write.
they continue to write, and 3 hours 20 minutes time allotted was given. So we are not concerned with that. In some cases,
They withdrew that.
they withdrew it halfway and said that now we are giving you another, because
How many centers did that happen?
that figure is not 1, 3.
I'll come to Savai Madhopur. This is an isolation. I'll come to all that. But if they can respond to
63 students were such that we, as per our examination, that they were the papers were taken back halfway, and they were asked to complete the new paper within that 320 minutes.
where they attempt
That
only
will not
Canara
happen.
Bank. But halfway is a different story. Not halfway is a different story. First is the Canara Bank.
At 8 centers, we found that wrong booklet was distributed. Now, at all these 8 centers, the students complete the examination only in the Canara Bank booklet.
Canara Bank only means.
8 centers. 8 centers, right?
Yes, we will further bifurcate.
Now, tell us, how many centers apart from these 8 was the wrong booklet withdrawn and the correct booklet given to the
student? We'll give the correct number of that also.
Yeah, just ask.
We'll bifurcate. Yes,
just sit down and ask the problem.
In the meantime, I can.
Just 1 second. We'll also have a little break for 10 minutes.
In Jhajjar, I received the instructions. Jhajjar has 3 centers.
Yes.
In one, the entire Canara paper was attempted and nobody disturbed the students thereafter. In remaining 2, realizing the mistake, the paper was taken back halfway and new paper was given. And therefore they said that we did not get sufficient time, which was true.
Right. Now, why were the grace marks added then?
Initially, my lord, it was decided, which according to me, my lord, was not a very correct decision, that there is some judgment of your lordships in case of a Nal's clat, my lord. That if there is a time problem, if time is less, time available to the student is less, then this is the methodology by which you give the grace marks. That grace marks were given. Thereafter, my lord, that decision was
recalled in the retest process.
Yes, that those who did not get the time will get a new paper and new 3 hour 20 minutes.
Now, that retest was held for 1563 students.
Yes.
Now, these 1563 students were drawn from which center, right?
Lord, wherever there was a time gap.
Retest is held, that really doesn't apply.
There are 2-3 things into it. One, why grace marks to the students who attempted Canara Bank paper? Why grace marks? On 4th of June, they were granted, on 4th of June, they declared only one key. That is the SBI Bank question paper key. There was no Canara Bank paper key.
Okay, 1 second.
How they evaluated those people without declaring a key?
Now this grace mark was given initially to whom?
Grace mark was given to the center numbers, which we have given the time number also, which is 1.
Was the grace mark given to only those who got the SBI paper in the midstream, or what happened?
The grace marks were given only to those persons from whom the paper was initially given, which was withdrawn, and subsequently given the correct paper.
Right.
But that is all. In some.
Now, what happened to those students who who appeared in the wrong paper, the Can Bank paper.
Their marks were given on the basis of the answer key of their sequence paper.
And they were not made to have the reading.
No omelets. No.
Because the level of difficulty is roughly
Correct.
the
Same.
same. Now, so therefore the grace marks were given only to those whose papers were withdrawn and given the
Yes,
because they could complete the
which
test.
we counted as 1563.
Which you counted as 1 5.
Agreed upon reports of city coordinators and CCTV footage.